What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
In popular imagination, the term Viking conjures up images of fierce, blonde-haired, blue-eyed men sailing the seas and plundering coastal towns. But were the Vikings really the purebred race that some people would like to believe? Finally, evolutionary geneticists have some answers.
It all kind of got kicked off when we managed to sequence the first ancient human genome, because that gave us an enormous amount of data from single individuals that we can use to infer the human past. After we saw, well, this is possible, we decided, well, let's go and explore, the human past in the world. How did we become who we are today?
Over a period of 6 years, researchers analysed human remains found at more than 80 archaeological sites, including Viking burials. To understand the past through ancient DNA, the team sequenced the genomes of 442 men, women, children and babies from the Viking age.
Oof.
So first, of course, we have to pick up, bones, teeth, archaeological remains that we want to analyze. We and others have found that really the best possible material that we can use in terms of preservation of the DNA would be maybe the teeth. So we sampled both teeth, or then there's this other bone that is called the petrous bone, which is this inner ear bone, which is a very, very hard bone that also preserves the human DNA really, really well. You take that.
It's in there.
Ain't no bone in here.
In the ear.
Thing is not hard. This is very
eardrum.
fragile and loose. Oh, it's inside the part, behind the ear.
Listen.
Yeah.
Use your ear bones.
Oh, we do have a little bone right here. Wait.
Inside though. I think he mean like inside.
Yeah, well he said behind it.
Yeah.
This part.
Yeah.
Like next to the skull.
Mm.
It would make sense to go for
Bone.
anything that's next to the skull.
Mm.
Yeah.
Bone. Ear.
I don't get it.
You said next to the skull, the ear.
Tooth, you cut it up. Usually we cut off the root and then drill into it, and then you get this powder, and then you use that to extract DNA from the sample, and then prepare it in the laboratory for eventually going to the sequencing machine.
The researchers then compared these ancient people's DNA with already published DNA sequences from nearly 4,000 modern-day people.
Now, this is my honest truth. This was something I would love to see in person. I would love to see them go through them steps on how to get into the history of people that we can no longer see.
And you want to go do it in person?
Not me personally do it. I would love to watch the steps.
Watch. You want to go?
Not do it in
arrange.
No,
go.
The science
it was
behind
too much to me. It was too much for me on this video, but baby, okay.
No, I'm saying we don't have to look at all the bones. Just give me what you want.
I know.
Right?
I know.
So if it's a tooth or a stuff behind the ear, we can use that. And show me how it's just like going underneath a microscope, right? And you see the bacteria and stuff that's inside of certain things, like those type of things. Right, so this would be interesting.
Yeah, and I'm going to arrange it for you.
You don't have to do that.
Oh, okay, well, I'm speaking then.
No, I just think it would be interesting, though.
Okay.
And from more than 1,000 ancient individuals.
The typical Viking, right, is portrayed as a blonde, big, strong, blonde Scandinavian. But blondness was actually less common in the Viking period than it is in Scandinavia today.
Oh, wow.
This largest ever DNA analysis of Viking remains has shown that they carried genes from southern Europe and Asia.
The Viking period, we can see, is, it's characterized by an enormous interest in the world from the Viking Scandinavians, but a very limited interest for what is actually going on in Scandinavia.
Their trade routes extended from Canada to Afghanistan, making the Vikings more diverse than previously thought. This intermingling with people from the south and the east diversified their genetic makeup and led to a variety of physical appearances.
You know, you couldn't really say there was a homogeneous group that was very, you know, just the Scandinavian people that you know, looked the same everywhere genetically. There was actually quite a lot of diversity.
Then we can see that the different Viking groups primarily went to different areas around the world. So we can see that the Danes primarily went to England. The Norwegians, they went to Ireland, Iceland, and Greenland. And the Swedes went
That's
to...
a lot of research.
The study also suggests that the Viking identity wasn't related to genetic background or ethnicity. It was more of a social identity.
The Viking phenomena is not only a Scandinavian thing, in the sense that it's not ethnicity that determines whether you're Viking or not. It's a lifestyle. So we find Vikings, you know, that has no Scandinavian genetics. So they come in all kinds of different forms.
So for example, we
Truth
had
is
these cases
that, I mean, that is true. It was more of a lifestyle because they was going into certain camps and they were banding men together to join with them on their journeys as they was taking over the camp. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is what we finna do. You with us or you not? And yeah, I mean, you're
not.
Yeah, that just kind of put a bud in it right there. I mean, you know the rest of the story.
Right.
So it kind of goes into the same, you know, plethora effect of what's going on with history and things that's happening when people are taking over stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So it wasn't a ethnicity; it was a lifestyle.
of individuals from Scotland, from the Orkney Islands, where from all their archaeological context and the burials were associated with the Viking culture. But genetically, they very much resembled to be the kind of earlier indigenous Scottish population.
Yo, he going crazy on the drum.
Research, of course, we're changing the story. And by changing the story, we are also changing our identity. I see it as something positive in the sense that at least the debate of identity, which is also a political debate, at least it's based on real science. So I think it's important for that debate to have this kind of research.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna stop it right there, bro. I love science, man. Science always shows some of the most unfamiliar things to the eye. Like, it really does.
And what I would like to know is today, present day, do you all see a lot of people who may have some of those features that they were talking about, like being from Asia or being the UK, being from the UK, not the UK, being from England, and like those intermarrying? Like, do y'all see that today?
That's a good one. Yeah. And I wonder if that's in conversations of homes, like.
No, we're just Norwegian or what was the other one?
But your great granddaddy was a Viking though.
What? A brunette. It was brunette. All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoy this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.